Hi all. I'm just shuffling the cards and we can get started soon. We'll be done just smiling because I did all the shuffling, but and clearing. Let's get started. Um, so this is weekly prediction. We're going to start with the sign of Aries and then free for all questions after we're done with the predictions. So you can ask a free question or card of the week. So Aries, your card is Four of Pentacles upright. Don't know if you got this last week, but there was a sign that got this last week. There's something stabilizing in your life. For some of you, this has got a tangible feel to it. So there's financial. It could be that you're trying to put a deposit down for a house, and now you've got more in hand to do that, and or you have done that already, or you're going to be doing it this week. So I think this is something that is going to at least start the initiation of putting roots down for you, and it might have to do with money. It's definitely tangible feel, but I'm getting a very nice settled feel for you. So you're going to feel that way too. It's not going to be over this week, but there's something that you're going to put into action with your finance, and you're going to feel more settled about it. So that's Aries. Let's move on to Taurus. Yeah. Taurus, Hi, apologies. My internet just went completely away and I was like, it just logged me out. So that was really surprising. Um, so give me one sec and I'm going to get and resume. That was, yeah, not something I expected, but it's Mercury retrograde. So, Taurus, I'll come back to this. So I guess what I was saying was, there's some form of competitive competition. Oh, competitive competition. Obviously, that bit of a blur threw me out. There's a competition that, and maybe it's unforeseen and unseen competition as well. So there are people who, maybe it's an industry that you work in, that there is competition, or whatever you're planning to do might have to do with some new creative venture, and there is some competition there. Or you have to go through people who are making it seem or feel competitive. Um, so that's what I have for you this week. You might, like I said, you might feel slightly run down with this, but what I see is that you're going to continue working at it, which is what, that's the best way to deal with it. So that's what we have for you, Taurus. Let's move to Gemini. Oh, wow. Gemini, you've got the World card upright. A fruitful outcome is what I'm hearing. So there's something that you're going to be quite happy that it's moving on to the next level. So obviously something's got to stop and then it starts. And this is a major arcana. So this could be anything from, starting, moving house, moving in from a rented to your own place, or moving from one part of your career into another. Even global travel, something that you've been wanting to do, and now you actually put everything in place for you to do that. Yeah, I think I'm getting a more travel feel with this, that any hiccups that you've had in the past with your travel are now going to be over and you're going to move forward. There's a message and I'm trying to understand what you're trying to say. Okay, there are layers of there are layers of things that is actually going to come forward. This is wherever you are, whatever new journey you are, you're right at the beginning, and there are more layers that are going to come forward as you move forward with this new journey. That's what I'm getting for you. Sorry, it took a couple of minutes because it was a very different and a new message I got there. So let's move on to, that was Gemini. Now we're moving on to Cancer. Queen of Pentacles, upright. Oops. That's good. You are feeling much more content, and maybe there's a business feel to it for some of you that you do business. I think you start seeing the benefits of from your business, obviously financially, and even gifts for some of you. So you feel in a much better place than you have been in the recent past. And there might be a lot of work from overseas, or maybe you are going overseas, and that makes you, you're in a much stable financial position for those who are going overseas to be able to do that. For others, that that you're feeling quite content. And I think this is categorically coming for women. So men, I'm sorry if this doesn't resonate with you. Maybe this is someone in your life that comes through this week, or that is in your life, and it makes a strong impact in on your week this week. So I think this person's going to be, for more 80%, I'm getting it's you. that, you're feeling quite content and financially in a much better position than you have been in the recent past. And there's a bit of an more international feel to it. So let's move on to the next sign. Just grab some water. Leo. Knight of Swords upright. This is, I was going to say air sign, but I actually heard Aries. For some of you, I know this signifies an air sign, but because I heard Aries, I'll go with that. For some of you, there's an Aries that comes galloping into your life for people that are single. For others, this might be an air sign that comes into your life, a younger person in either cases. Only this person comes to clear the air is what I'm also hearing, and also show some brightness. Maybe things have been quite clouded, and now this person comes in. I mean, it's not going to be done in a very tactful way. The way they communicate, they might ruffle some feathers as well. But I think the idea is to actually bring enlightenment, and that's what they come into your life for. Now, this could have to do with romance. This could have to do with something else as well. Some message that coming in. Maybe there's a family, home, house feel to it for some of you. Now, for others, this could actually be you as well. Quite surprisingly, I'm getting, Leo, that you are going to, move forward with something that you've been planning to, and you've not had much success with that. And now you're going to take on action and be slightly more, I wouldn't want to say callous, but more ruthless. And ruthless is not because you're harming anybody. You just direct and blunt, and people who do not serve you don't need to be in there. And yeah, that's what I mean. So, and that's how you might be, Leo, this week. So it could work out in love or home and family as well. So let's move forward. Hey, Kiki. How are you doing? So we're shuffling for the next sign now. Virgo. Nine of Swords in reverse. There's been some action. There's been some hard times is what I'm hearing, and even harsh times for you. It has an emotional feel. So maybe you're going through some sleepless nights. You're going through when, you have to be on your defense. And now you can relax a bit. This week, I think you might have given up on whatever was given, trying to make you feel agitated and anxious. You're now not giving it as much importance and weight. And that's what makes you feel a lot more calmer and more composed to get on with things that actually really make you happy. That's the sense I'm getting for you, that you're going to give up something this week. This could have to do with emotions, like I said. So could be a relationship, somebody that's given you a lot of anxiousness. Now you're actually just moving forward and maybe not including them in your life so that you don't feel the anxiousness anymore. It's much more of that. For people that doesn't relate to romance, it could have to do a home, personal, family feel, that anything that has given you, a feeling of, agitation. You're actually thinking a lot. So I think you're going to put that to rest for your own sake. That's good. So let's move further. That's good. I'm doing good. Slightly later today, but nonetheless. And now we're on to Libra. your card is Eight of Pentacles. Upright. You're going to be working hard. Actually, fellow Librans, we are going to be working hard this week. And it's going to pay us, is what I'm hearing. This is going to pay us. We might be doing things out of ordinary as well. And there might be an opportunity for us to progress with that comes across this week, or that we're going to put a lot of work into this week. But this is the opportunity, or whichever way, it's either in your business or in your career, in your job. I think you're going to be putting a lot of effort to ensure, and you're going to, maybe there's something new that you learn, or that you actually get your sleeves dirty with because you want to progress. And with this, you see an opening, because now you can go and do things and progress your career in a way that you haven't been able to. That's what I'm saying, and that's pretty good. For some of you, this could also be that there is some part that is going into an emotional field, that whatever it is, a house feel, a home feel, or a relationship. There's a 10 to 20% relationship feel here as well that I'm sensing that you're going to put effort into. You might not have the result this week, but I guess keep plodding. And if it is work, then put your attention where what's needed. And if this is only a matter of a week, I know we're still in Mercury retrograde, then do the best you can for yourself as well as others. And then, yeah, it's just a week. So, but it's quite good. So let's move forward. Indeed, Kiki, Team Libra. That's what it is. It does. I know a lot of readers read Eight of Pentacles as, as an internship card, really. So the fact that you say it's just come to me that a lot of readers do read it with like that. And patience with love. Yeah, we know what we say. We know what you mean. Let's move to Scorpio. Five of Swords, upright. There's been some harsh words. There's been some arguments, some disagreements, or some words exchanged in not a very calm way. And I feel, and that if it has happened already, then it's still going to continue. I'm getting until a Wednesday mark, but and for those that it hasn't happened, it's going to happen this week. And there might be some words exchanged, and there might be some apology that happens after. But in the beginning, I feel that somebody is going to be a bit harsh, and then apologize later and ask. And I think it's you that might have to grant the apology for some of you, and for others, yeah, I'm getting more of that. Now this could play out in relationships. This could play out with, actually, I'm getting even a father and a child, a mother, kind of so maybe somebody did something, the child did something, and they were not they were not behaving rightly. So then there's apology that comes into play after. For some of you, this is really strange. I'm getting that the older person apologizes, not the younger one. And it's the younger person that grants the apology. So you would have to see if it's a parent-child dichotomy, sibling, family. I'm getting a feel that, the apology is actually being asked off the younger person. So I leave the rest to you to see how it resonates with you, if it does. Your Scorpio guy. Well, if that's that, then that should work out for you, Kiki. Hey, Jesse. Okay. This card fell off, so I'm going to take it. Sagittarius, your card is Ace of Pentacles. That's brilliant. Something is going to give you, oops, apologies. I was just trying to take my cable off so it did not obstruct the cards, but it did anyway. Talk about premonitions. So Sagittarians, what I'm getting for you is there's some good opportunity that comes through, and this might have to do with a new job. Or even an opportunity that's related to money, but it makes you feel emotionally quite satisfied. So, even though there's a tangible aspect to it, but this makes you emotionally quite happy. And maybe this is a job offer for some of you. You get a raise that you've been after. And actually, there's a bit of a travel feel here. So maybe for some of you, you're going to be doing something related to travel, make travel plans. And this makes you feel quite content. It makes you feel like you've achieved something spectacular. I know I've never had that from this. And you feel that's what I meant. You get quite emotional satisfaction from this. Yeah, for some of you, this is of course straight up a financial gift, maybe from family for some of you, inheritance, anything that makes you feel content and satisfied is what's coming for you, Sagittarians, this week. That is super good. Jesse, I'll get to questions as soon as I finish this. So we're at Sagittarians, so after Pisces. It shouldn't be long. You're a Saggy, so the last job you asked, you didn't get, and I predicted that. Okay, well there must be a reason for that it didn't come through. So we can look at your questions, like I said, at the end of the weekly predictions. So let me grab some water. Capricorn. We got this for another sign. 9 of Swords in reverse. I was being pulled to get some more cards, and you've actually got some major arcanas. So you've got 9 of Swords, then you've got the transition card, which in this Connolly deck equates to death card, but it's beautifully put, transition. And then there's Chariot card. So something that obviously has not been going accordingly as it should. This could have to do with a relationship for some of you. And this relationship can be romantic. This relationship can be family, kids, grandkids, you see how that pertains to you. And now you're seeing light at the end of the tunnel with this person. Maybe there's some communication, or maybe, maybe there's some communication which makes you feel better than what you have been. And that changes the equation, that whatever that wasn't working is now moving forward and changing. And maybe there's some travel involved for some of you with this transition. So maybe the change that's coming in involves you to travel, or involves you to take things forward to the next level, that you're happy that things are progressing the way you want them to progress, is what I'm sensing for you guys, for most of you. And this journey is not, for some of you where this is not a real physical journey, then you are actually progressing, but the progress is going to be slow and steady, is what I'm hearing. If this is actually real travel, then, of course you can travel in any which way, whether it's driving or all the way flying. For some of you, actually, you might be getting into sunnier climates if you are traveling. So, but yeah, I see that whatever has been bothering you goes through a change and starts moving forward, or you practically start moving forward and traveling. So that was good. I see why I got the message to pull more cards. So let's move forward. Indeed, Jesse. Yeah. I hear you. Yeah, we all do. We got to pay our bills, huh? Aquarius, Page of Pentacles in reverse. There's something that you're going to have to fork some money out this week for. It might not be a big amount, but this is not something this is foreseen. This might be slightly unforeseen. You have to give somebody some money, or you got to spend some aspect of your money that you weren't planning to. It's pretty straightforward. Watch your sun, moon, and rising for any other messages apart from this, because to be honest, that's the only message I'm getting with this. That you're going to be spending some money, or there's some message that comes through that you don't like because it involves you spending money and you did not anticipate that. So I'm being asked to actually please watch your sun, moon, and rising. Sorry, I'll just get my phone on silent, which, yeah. But this is where we are. Like I said, this is a week, but please watch your if this is your sun, moon, rising, please watch the others, because there's spirit saying there's more messages for you if you do watch those. Right, Kiki, I agree. And that card fell through. So Pisces, Ten of Pentacles upright. Look who else gets a good card. Happy family times, creating family, feeling like you are, and feeling more that you want to progress to a family for some of you. For others, there's a financial feel. Maybe there's some inheritance that's involved that's coming through, or maybe there is an opportunity that comes through that gives you that feel that, you know what, now you can move forward. There's definitely more a family feel, which directly or indirectly relates to money. But yeah, there's definitely a family feel. Either you want to progress because you see you want to have a family, or you're going visiting family come visits you. But and for some of you, this actually takes you from one part of your financial, maybe you had financial troubles and there's somebody who comes in and help, a family member, and it takes you out of your problems. But there's definitely a great financial outcome, and you might not see it straight away, but it's definitely coming in the future. And maybe this is somebody that you're interacting with who you feel you've got a family prospect with, that this person you can see spending the rest of your life with, because you can have a family with them. And for some of you, I'm getting, you might think about taking someone to see your family, or you go and see and speak to their family, something of that nature. That it's, yeah, there's a home feel here. So maybe going home for some of you, or visiting your partner's family, or vice versa, taking them to your home, or wanting to do that at the minimum. So that conversation at least comes up. So yeah, you can progress from that point onwards. And it has a financial inclination to it. So that's a good one, Pisces. And I'm just going to shuffle the cards so they're clear from the weeklies, and we can start answering questions, or a card of the day or week, whichever you prefer. So I'm just going to go through and see if there are any questions, or card of the day requests, or card of the week requests. Jesse, if you're around, I'm happy to answer your question now. Hello, Samantha. Absolutely. Question or card for the rest of the week? Time. So First come, first serve, Samantha. So would you like a card of the day or card for the week? I mean, I'd usually do card for the week since I'm doing weekly predictions. Card for the week, understood. Samantha, your card is the moon in reverse, which I prefer, which is a better card to have in reverse. It's a major arcana, so there's something that's coming to light that has not been shown yet to you. Something in your life, and this might have a family home feel to it. Maybe there's something in the house, something in in the physical part or your family that comes out, and that is quite enlightening for you. Even though you might not be I'm not sensing a bad feel out of this, but what I'm sensing is that this might come as a slight shock, or you're like, oh, I'm surprised that this information's come through. But then I pull some clarifiers to see what happens. But basically, what you're doing is you get the Hermit card. So there's some enlightenment that comes your way. And this might mean that you spend some time all by yourself reflecting on this, on the face of it. And there might be somebody in the background who's also by your side while this information comes to you. And then things start moving forward because you get the Hangman in reverse. So you actually, with the information that's come through, you feel enlightened, and now you're willing to move forward and do what needs doing with this information so that you can put your action to it. So maybe this is information that you did not see coming, but it's pleasant that it has come through because now you can move things forward, and ties in nicely with astrology because I know we're coming out of Mercury retrograde by the end of this week. It'll still be in shadow for a couple of weeks after, but I see that things will start moving for you after that point towards the end of the week, early next week. So let me know how that pans out for you, Samantha. There's definitely some information that comes through home, family, or an organization, an organization which is a family organization, a business. That could be it as well. So let's see what we have moving forward. Is A going to ask Kiki out on a date this month or next month? Well, if that's your intuition, then trust your intuition, Kiki. So do you want to know when he's going to ask you or whether you're going to go on a date? Well, let's just go with the question that you've asked. When's he going to ask you on a date? I'm actually getting an April as well as May feel. So maybe there's something that happens in April and then it cannot move forward, and then it happens again in May. So yeah, I'm getting a feel for both, and it might happen fairly soon in April. Is also what I'm sensing. And it might not be a real date, if you know what I mean, but something that you guys talk about, and you kind of make a plan, but the plan falls through or something, or even you cannot do it for some reason, and then it has to be rescheduled. Kiki, I answered your first question, so we can take this the next time around. Or feel free to, if you'd like a private reading, I can help you there and look at it. Because looking at romantic relationship, there's a lot more information that comes through. I don't know if one card will do it justice, actually. Because then you would want to know the time scales. And, I know I would in your shoes. So, of course, your call. But I'm just saying, I've answered that question. But yeah, happy to look into it for you if and when you like. So, oh, you did, Samantha? Yeah, I think you can now Maybe that's what it was for. So I'm just going to see if there's any other questions. Oh, that's your question, Jesse? Apologies, I mixed that up with Kiki's question. Ah, I'm entitled, I'm human, and it's Mercury retrograde. Use it to my advantage. Sorry, Jesse. Jesse Q, let me answer your question. And I mean, I would say that yes, I can do a card for you, but I don't know if you'll get all the information you want. I sense that you would want more. So let me give me a question, because a card for a potential romantic relationship is hard to say what's. Maybe we can change the question to, give us a card to show what's you should be doing or what's coming up for you. Let's go with what's coming up for you, if you're happy with that. So let's see what Jesse Q has coming in store for potential romantic relationship. I don't know your sign, but you're getting a Queen of Swords. I think you're going to have to be quite ruthless. So I'm getting some advice here that you're going to have to, I'm hearing, let some people go. And maybe there are some people that you right now in your surroundings that might be potential, but I think you're going to have to let people go and follow your path with what you want and stick to it. Because, and I think you're going to be able to do that. You're going to just not take BS basically from people that don't mean well, or just not serious about what they want, because you know what you want and you're going to move forward for sure. But I'm not getting anything right now in terms of relationship. I think there's a lot of turfing, there's a lot of clearing the decks, which is of course important to move forward to the next level, and you're going to be doing that. So that's what we have for you, Jesse Q. Let me see if there are any other questions or card for the week that I'm just going to go through down and see if. Indeed, that's what that card is. Like I said, I don't know your sign. If you're an air sign, then that definitely matches. Just going to see if there's any verification. Thanks. You're welcome, Jesse. Just checking if there is. Scrolling down. And here we have it. So hope you all enjoyed this. And if you did, please like, share, and subscribe, because this is how I know that I want to continue doing this and you are enjoying it. And of course, please share and subscribe, because I'm working on this channel to grow, and it would be great if I can get some some support from you guys. So would really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Agreed, Samantha. So sure, Jesse. Feel free. You drop me an email in the description box below whenever you want a reading. I'll happily read for you. So on that note, for people that like a private reading, please go to the description box and drop me an email, because I do readings for, usually work it out at a mutually convenient time for people anywhere in the world, because I do them over Skype. So on that note, I'll let you get on with your Sunday, get on with mine, and have a lovely week ahead. and I shall speak to you very soon for the following week. Bye for now.